Hello, everyone, and welcome to 90 Days to Blossom. I'm Vivi, and I'm super excited to have you all here. And this is week one of our 90 days of journey together, and where I want to be able to help you and support you reach you and achieve these goals that you really want. And the first week, we're going to talk about self awareness because it's really important how we start the journey for that goal. And it's for me, it's really important that we all enjoy this journey together because it doesn't make sense to do something if it's not going to be bringing you joy and bringing you energy and making you feel good about it. Yes, there will be moments where you feel like a little bit um, doubting or confused, but the idea of this group is that we all support each other so that we can go through these moments um, really quickly and shift that energy, and so that we can actually fulfill this goal if that's what it's meant to be for us. So, um, for I will be sharing some of my experience and the idea of this group today is that enjoy, have fun, and try to think um, better. I don't want to say better. Try to think what what brings this goal to you, because I know that when you are in the place for that goal, everything will shift and change so that you can actually reach that goal. So stop talking for me right now. I'm gonna be showing you a little bit this workbook that I created to help you. Of course, it's the first idea. So if you have any comments, any things you would like to add or change, just send me a message, and obviously throughout the week we can add new things to help you with this. So we'll start sharing with you 90 days to blossom, and here it is. So on the first page you will see a little bit of welcome and what I was telling you, the the idea of this. So week one, self-awareness. Here you will, as I say, you will work on how you communicate and the really important power of words, because it's really, really important how you reflect what you want out of yourself, because that's what is inside you. So how you speak about yourself and how you speak about your goal and how you speak about um, your journey will actually make a difference for you to reach this goal. I can tell you, I've seen a lot of amazing people, even myself, um, that I was like, I want this, and that kind of like kid position. And actually, life takes you the way to show you that it's not that what you really wanted. There's something else. So try to be more aware of what you're needing in this moment, and of your thoughts and your feelings, especially. So if you sit down today with this, here I'm asking you today how you are feeling, and write whatever comes out of your head right now, just to make this like emptiness of your thoughts on your feelings. And I'm asking you how your morning looks like, because it comes to me that it's really different how you start your morning. um, when I started my journey and I started um, taking care of myself specifically in the mornings, it it make a difference in what my whole day and my whole month came up to. So I remember when I got into this 5 day challenge that it was called the Abundance Thinking Challenge, I was in a very like complaining and very negative moment of my life, even though I had like take a huge risk, change countries, come with my husband, left my job. I felt like so courageous, so happy. But when I was here, when I arrived to Italy for the first time, I was doing the same things that I was doing back home. I was complaining, I was procrastinating, and it was my choice. I decided to study. I decided to come back to do an MBA. I decided to leave everything, my family, my friends, and so what was happening to me? And when I found this challenge, and this coach said, "Well, wake up in the morning, put your running shoes, and go out for a walk." And I remember looking outside and it was raining. And I started crying. So it was like, wow, how I'm gonna do this? And then like right now I can tell you I love going out when it's raining because it made a difference on my mind, on what I like really stopped to see what was happening to me, and why I kept doing what I was doing. Because if you keep doing the same things, you will have the same results. And so just that situation came, and I remember sending him a message like, "But it's raining, I can't go out." And the answer was so simple, and I felt so stupid because he just said, "Put a jacket on." I know it can sound a little bit stupid by now, but it was what I needed to hear in that moment. So I hope that um, making you see how you're feeling and what what you're focusing in, and which type of feelings you are feeling right now, redundantly speaking. Are you feeling more positive or more negative? Are you being truth to yourself? Are you really telling you what you're feeling? Because it's normal that you go outside and people ask you how you're feeling, and you say, "Oh, I'm fine. Yeah, too good. I'm doing good." Nobody's gonna come and tell you, "I'm so horrible. I'm so bad. I'm so overwhelmed." It's not the normal kind of thing. So this is a moment for you to be honest with yourself and just try to recognize what's going on in your life right now. And there you will see, I'll leave you a small quote. Start it with a grateful heart. It's really important to be grateful every day, and we will talk about it later on. I don't know if you have a journal or not. We will see it later. And then on the second page, you will see that I'm talking about the 6 pillars of health. I will ask my friend Maddie to come and help you and explain you about that, because it made also an important difference in my life when I started like taking care of each of these pillars in my health and in my life. So one of them is stress management, which comes with relaxation, because it's the other the other extreme. So ask yourself, how are you sleeping? Are you getting enough rest? Then, well, how aware of breath you are in the stillness of mind and meditation, in nutrition, how are you eating? And also, if you are moving enough, how are your emotions? Then it's another pillar. How are you? How are your relationships? Are you laughing enough? What are you reflecting outside? Like which type of conversations are you having? I remember when I started the challenge, I could see myself being so negative and so procrastinating. And I remember writing down my journal one day. I managed not to be negative today, and I felt so good about it. and it's like I could have a whole day without a negative thought, or if I had it, I just managed to like be aware that it was there, but it was not me. It was not what I wanted. So, and the last pillar, which is the sixth pillar, which for us is super important, and for me is super important, is support. And that's what we are doing here, is supporting each other and uplifting us so that we can really do what we want in our life. Like we can live our lives for us and and with joy and happiness and with a positive mindset, and personally with peace inside. That's what. So then a little quote you will find there, because actually to have this balance for me is super important. Then what you're waiting for, write down your first goal. So I'm sure many of you already have a goal. So if that's the case, then write it here. If you don't have a goal, don't freak out. Just enjoy this week trying to be very aware of your thoughts and of what's going on in your mind and what do you carry in your heart more than everything. And if you are interested in doing some meditation, we can also give you something to do with that, because it's very important. It's very important to do it, and you will see that it will, if it's for you, it will end up coming to you. So what I'm asking you here is to, after you write that goal, read it to yourself as if you already achieved it, and see how does it feel when you read it back again. So are you feeling that those words that you put there are making you feel passionate and making you feel motivated, enthusiastic? Are they making you feel that's something fun you're gonna do during these 90 days? Or if it makes you feel like, duh, there's something missing in this goal. So if that's the case, then be honest with yourself and try to look at the wordings and see if there's another way you can put that goal. You can write it down. For example, if I tell you I want to lose 6 kilos, it's not the same that if I tell you I want to become healthier, fitter, and like I'm going to become in my healthier, fittest, and beautiful version of myself. And throughout the way, I will lose those 6 kilos. If I think that I have to lose something, it is already a change. It is already a challenge. Am I ready for that? So it kind of sounds a little bit like, what is she saying? It's normal to want to lose weight. Yes. I don't know how many times people set this goal and they don't succeed in that way because they don't feel the motivation to lose something. It's different if you want your body to become in a way. For example, I want my healthier, and like I was telling you, and you can add, I want to have abs for the first time in my life. I don't know. That's an example of how you can change things a little bit so that your mind is not forced into that wording that is to lose something, that is to change, that is to transform. And it might make you feel overwhelmed. Now, what is stopping you to reach this goal? That is the other question I wanted you to ask yourself. And if this goal is something you really, really want, or culture, society, other people, someone, something is pressuring you to have it or to get it because it's different. And then who do you need to be to reach it? Like, think about which qualities do you think you will need, which skills, and which personality, if you want. Like, picture as if it was someone else, sorry. And that someone else is not you. put this X number, next X name, and decide who that person needs to be to reach that goal. Imagine like you are consulting the other person. It's easier to see a goal reached in that way. At least for me, it works really good. Second goal, same thing. What are you feeling? What are the words you're using? And who do you need to be? And at last, with the third goal. So, what I'm adding you here is to write down which words inspire you and which, if you know, which words trigger you. First, I will talk to you about words that inspire you, and I will give you like a little example, something that happened to us, my husband and I. Last year, when we were expecting Noel, it was normal that people came to us and said, "Are you anxious? Are you anxious? Are you anxious? Are you feeling anxiety that he's coming? Are you feeling?" So I could sense that my husband was becoming anxious when we were like have waited for this baby for so long. He was so happy and so in love with the feeling and that of having him that I was like even getting mad at people asking me if I was anxious. So I remember I was here alone at my house and I saw that he was starting to become a little bit like that. And I started looking for the definition for anxiety. And it actually comes from anguish. The word is compound from the word anguish. And then it said something about danger, and it said something about like nothing in the definition of anxiety actually was happy, positive, loving, caring for a baby. And that is a not like usual question, at least back in my country in Uruguay, like 100%, I can tell you, everybody asks you if you're anxious about receiving a baby. So when he came back home, I asked him, Maori, I need to know, do you feel that bringing him to the world is something dangerous, something that makes you feel like anxious and anguish and like something negative? Can't we change this word into a more positive one? And he was like, of course, I don't want it to be like linked into something like that. So we made this like like party together to reach for another word. And I remember that we came together to say enthusiasm. That's what we're feeling. Really, that's what we want to express out. And so we started every time somebody asked us if we were anxious, we answered back, no, thank you. We're really enthusiastic about this baby. We're really interested. And that, like, it completely changed him, at least, and me too, because I didn't like to see him like that. It completely changed him to like be much more like calm and relaxed about him coming to our world. And that comes also to the second question, that is what the triggers you. It's because of the way we communicate and the previous experiences, as I was explaining you. This is something that in my country is very normal, can be here, can be that around you there's another word that's like you don't realize that you use that much. And there's also like different values or assumptions or judgments that you create around something that you don't realize that it triggers you. And it's really important that if you can stop for a moment and like sense if that's happening, that will make a difference for you when you talk about yourself and your goals. And then, just to finish, I have two things that I recommend you for this week. One of them is your self-talk, as I was saying. See how many times you talk and you use the word but never always on maybe. That's the first thing. I started a couple of years ago and I decided not to use them anymore. Sometimes they flip. Still, usually I don't use them much. But it's because when you're saying something nice to somebody and then you use but in between, and you normally use something that is negative, nobody's gonna remember the nice part. Only the negative part is gonna be remembered. So start being aware of that, and that will change your self-talk. Never and always in an argument, when you use you never do this, or you always yell at me, or you always imagine you're having a conversation with your husband and say you always leave that on the floor. Maybe it's the first time or the second one, but in that case he only could listen the always, and that's going to create tension and like yelling or whatever. So it's a personal recommendation that I feel it can make a difference on relationships. And maybe it's because it's a new thing. Maybe maybe I find that it's when you're not sure of something. So here we want to achieve a goal. So there's no maybes for you guys, girls. No maybes. You will do it, and it's better that you say no if you don't feel it's for you, and not like have it in between. So no or yes instead of maybe. That's give you clarity. Give you clarity, give you certainty. So that's it. And if you can try and use the first hour of your day just for yourself, even if it's like have a long shower, go for a walk. If you want to meditate or journal, meditate or journal. Like the first hour, just to have your mind with yourself and not with the phone, not with the TV, not with the emails or with information coming from outside. It's such a great and different thing, because it's like focusing on you, not focusing on what's going on outside. And so this is a huge step that I took, and I recommend it because it's different to start your day and think about yourself, and not and it's not selfish to think about yourself. And I know if you have kids, it's not gonna be the easiest thing. If you know they wake up at 7, try to wake up 1 hour before. And if that day doesn't work, then take another hour for yourself. But try not to use internet or emails or phone or TV the first hour of the day, not to get fed up with a lot of information. And see what works. If that works for you, just hit us on a message, and I will be there to support you. And I know it's difficult because we all go on social media and we all want to be there. Still, it's a very good thing to disconnect once in a while from social media, just to connect with you. So remember, have fun, enjoy, and this is your life, it's your choice. So choose how you want to experience your life. If you want to experience it to the very best, and I'm here for you in any moment. If you have any situation you want to talk, I'm here to support you. I'm so excited to have to create this, and then thanks to the ladies from FEA that gave me the support to jump and do it, and to my amazing friend Maddie, that I know she's gonna be around to help us a lot. She's really great, and I'm so excited. I will stop saying it. Wish you an amazing week. Happy Easter to all of you, and see you during the week. I will pop in if you have any questions on Sunday. And remember, messages whenever you need. Thank you so much for your support and your help being here, and enjoy. Bye.